I kind of foresaw it happening very soon, but I didn't want to say anything because I really love Ozzy and I just didn't want to bring people down. But this right here is Ozzy Osbourne's sidereal solar return for 2024 because his birthday is December 3rd. And at the time, last December, he was still living in Los Angeles. So this is his solar return for 2024, which is still active as of today. And unfortunately, there were a lot of indicators of death in his solar return because the first house is in Capricorn. The first house lord is Saturn, and Saturn is aspecting in a square to the Sun, which is the eighth house lord. The first house lord, Saturn, is also squaring Jupiter, which is the 12th house lord. And oh, yeah, Saturn is also squaring Mercury, which is the sixth house lord. And that typically is a strong indicator of one's own death. There are other indicators, so don't specifically look for these in your solar return. You also have to match up with your D30 chart and your dashas, and his did. For example, this is Ozzy Osbourne's D30 chart in Vedic astrology. So the first house lord is Venus, and because the first house is in a cardinal sign, the Badhak planet becomes the 11th house lord, which is the sun. And this indicates, because in the D30 chart, this chart can be used to predict someone's death, but it can also be used to predict what kind of miseries and misfortunes you will experience in your lifetime. And when the first house lord is in a cardinal sign, the Badhak planet therefore becomes the 11th house lord, which means that the majority of Ozzy's miseries and misfortunes were due to his own wish fulfillment. Just striving for more, wanting more, which, obviously was his drug addiction. So, right here, the Badhak planet that will cause him the most miseries and misfortunes in his life is the sun. It's in the sixth house of physical health and disease. It's conjunct Mercury. This is the Dasha period that Ozzy Osbourne was in as of today. He was in a Sun Mahadasha Mercury Entradasha that began April 2nd, 2025, earlier this year, and it was not set to end until February. However, Sun and Mercury, this dasha activated his Badhak planet and the planet that sits with his Badhak planet.